guys, welcome back. This is going to be part 11 of the digdug restore. I did get my other box of Molex connectors yesterday in the mail. I was just real busy and ended up having to work late. I wanted to go over a few things with you on some things I'm planning on doing this summer in the basement here. This fireplace and TV are going to be moving. This fireplace is actually going to end up going into the bar. So this wall right here, this angled wall is coming out so that it'll be flush against that wall going straight back. And then there's a closet back here that goes about 4 feet that way. That's coming out, that wall, so that these racing games and everything can get pushed in 4 inches that way, or 4 feet that way. And then this wall right here behind these games is going back 4 feet that way. And then I am going to remove this wall behind here where these racing games are, and that's going to open up a lot more space in here. It's going to make this flow a lot better. There's going to be a lot more room. All these games in the center right now, I'm going to make a double row going the opposite direction. So there's going to be a row of games here and a row of games down there where that pole is. So there's going to be a lot of changes going on. I'm going to start doing a little bit of remodeling here and there. When I tear this room apart, I'll probably put all the pine on the walls and everything like I have in the bar right now, so that it's a little bit of a mess right now. I got my tools and everything out from working on games. But in the bar here, I'm going to put the wood that's on these walls and everything, and this ceiling in the whole arcade eventually as I get money. I like to try to just get 1 or 2 rooms done at a time, so I figure ripping this room apart over here is a really good opportunity to move the games out of there and get the wood and everything done later this summer. So that is out of the way. And so this is going to be part 11 of digdug. Oh, and I brought down the Popeye cabinet the other day, Friday night, I think it was. Yeah, Friday night. And the back door I painted. I did not video me painting the back door, but it is painted black. So that is ready to go. The next video on this will probably be putting the side art on, the T-molding on, and probably start, doing some wiring and stuff. I did find a cage for the PCB. I'm not sure if it's the correct one or not, but it is for a Nintendo board. So I'm not sure if it's going to be the right one, but it's better than not having one at all. And also, I picked up that sign like a couple weeks ago. I forgot to show you, for like 15 bucks or 18 bucks. It's a little beat up and nicked up, and it's old. And the corner's a little messed up, but it'll be nice to hang on the wall eventually if I ever have any wall space available. So, all right, let's get to it. Let's work on wiring this volume knobs and stuff. Oh, and also yesterday, the wiring diagram came in the mail from the people that I had bought the manual from. They had forgot to ship this with it. So that did come as well. So that's going to make my life a lot easier from having to keep going on the computer and looking it up and figuring it out. So let's find what plug we need to use first for the inside the cabinet here. I think it is it's a 12 pin female, and that's the one I didn't have, which should be this one right here. So this should be the correct one that we need. The only thing that's bad is it only comes with one set of those ones, but it is what it is. You'd be paying probably a lot more money if you were to part it out and buy piece by piece. I could be wrong. I don't know. I've bought them before from arcade shops and a few other places. Parts here and there, but it's just nice to have it in a kit. But I want to make sure that this is correct. So I'm just going to reach in here and see if it fits. And yes, it does. Okay. So now we have to look up the pinout on that wiring harness, and then we have to put them in the right spot onto here. Let me go get my headlamp, and we will start figuring out these wires. And we're going to have extra wires. We're not going to be using them all. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now these already have pins on them, which is nice, so I don't have to actually put any pins on. Let's get into our wiring here and see if we can't find... I should have looked through this ahead of time, but I didn't. I think it's this first page, so it's probably the back of the manual. Okay, control panel. This is control panel. Speaker. Maybe that's not it. Dust inside this book. So we need to find the wiring harness that goes to the controls for the volume. Hi, buddy. Maybe. Video output. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Control panel. It's the fluorescent light plug. What is going on? Coin door wiring for component wiring diagram. I wonder if this is it. It says diagram, see page, and then it doesn't give you a page number. Let me look in there at the wire colors on that and see if it jives with this. Looks like we have a white, an orange, a brown, a black. Yeah, that is it. Okay. It's right here. We have coin counter 1, coin counter 2. We got a test. We have coin lockout. We don't need that. We need to find the volume, the buttons for the volume knob. This is audio 1 and 2, but this is going to the power supply. Okay, right here. Speaker 1 and 2, white and orange. Looks like they're coming down here. They're going over to here. Orange is here, and it looks like white is right next to it. White's going up there, then it's coming across to this white here. Let's see what we got here. This is kind of hard to see what's going on. Ugh. Might have to do this from the back of the cabinet. Let me let's spin it around. Give me a minute here. Let's get the cabinet spun around and see if we can't get this from the back side. It might just be a heck of a lot easier. Okay, let's get the back opened up. And let's get in here. Now we'll be able to reach this harness a little nicer. Let me lower this down. This might be a little bit interesting to figure out because I think the wire colors on the on this control panel are not going to match up with the wire colors on here. Okay, so what we have is we're going to locate our white and orange wires first. And according to this, they are pin 1 and pin 2. So here's 2 whites and here's an orange. So this is pin 1 and this is pin 2. Okay, and then on this, we're gonna probably have to do some soldering because there is an orange and a white, but then there's a yellow over here and I don't know what the yellow's for. And I don't know that the orange and white are in the right location. Let me see if there is. And this clearly doesn't have a yellow wire. Plus this green wire here is ground. And there is a ground wire here. So let's do this. Let's find out which way this goes on here. This way. This way. Okay. Let's hook up the white wire and the orange wire first. Let's get those in the right direction. So we need the orange wire is pin 2. So that's going to be in the second one here. So this is pin 2. Hopefully these fit in here and I don't have to repin them. Okay, good. Then we need the white wire, which is pin 1. Now there are 2 different white wires. So I have to make sure that I get the right white wire, unless one of these has a stripe. Okay, one has a stripe. Okay, so here's the solid white wire. So that goes into pin 1. Let's just verify that. Pin 1, which is right here. Okay, oh, that one's loose. That could be my fault from taking them out. There we go. Okay, so pin 1 and 2 are in. Let's hook up the ground wire, which is going to be this top corner here. I don't know what number that would be because I'm not sure how this is. It goes 1, 2, 3. Does it go 4, 5, 6, or does it go up to here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? I'm not sure. So we're going to put this green one in the top corner, top left corner. This is our ground. This is basically just grounding the metal to the cabinet. So now we know we have 3 wires. There's going to be extra wires there that we are not going to use because they are for the other volume knob and stuff like that. Okay, now that we have those for right now, let's see what we can come up with for... This thing's missing some staples. It just fell out. Well, that's all right. Okay, let's see what we need now for coin counter. We might as well hook up a couple of those. There is a violet and black for coin counter 1. Coin counter 2 is blue and black. And then there's a test, which is white. So there's 2 white wires. Okay, I see it. It's under the orange. So the other white wire goes to pin, the other white wire goes to pin 5, which is for test. The test should have, so basically the test switch right here, okay, there is a white wire. Okay, so here's a white wire here. So I have to make sure that I have the right white wire plugged in. Man, it's like a tongue twister. Let me check here. Here's another. See, this one has a red stripe. No, this one doesn't. This one has a yellow stripe on it. Okay, let me check this closer. Okay, this right here has to the volume pot has a white with a yellow stripe. So I need to pop that one out and swap it. So let me go get my my pin tool to pop that out. Okay, let's pop that one out, and that's going to end up going to pin number 5. This is a crappy Molex pin remover. I actually have some good ones on order that actually have a handle. When you try to push on this thing starts digging into the palm of your hand. It's horrible. Because sometimes these take a little bit of effort to get them out. All right, so now this is going to go to pin 5. Sometimes those ears get bent in a little bit when you remove them. And you just got to get in there and pull them back out a little bit. So I know pin 5 is directly below the orange. Okay, that clicked in. Now we're going to take this white and yellow and put that in pin 1. Okay. So now we have the white wire for the coin counter hooked up. Next is we have a black wire, which should just be ground. Yes. Okay, so we have a black ground wire, and that is going to go to pin 4. So pin 4 should be black. Okay, so that goes right above the white wire. I'm sorry, right below the white wire. So this is numbered. Now I can tell you how this is numbered. So how this numbering is going is it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's going like that. Okay, so we have a ground wire hooked up. I don't know what the yellow wire does yet on the pot, the volume pot, and that might not be the right volume pot to use for this game. I'm just guessing that it's going to work, but I don't know. We'll give it a shot. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, so now coin counter 1. We'll call that we have one coin counter on here. We'll call that coin counter 1, and that's going to be violet and black. So violet and black on here. Okay, and that is going to be pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe. Pin 7 should be violet and black. Yes. So pin 7's violet and black. So now we got to look on here to see what wire is the coin counter, which I'm not sure what wire does what here. Actually, here, there's actually a violet and black right here for the other coin counter. I wonder if I have one of these, another one of these that gets mounted right here. I'm going to go look because, okay, so now basically we know that this purple wire is going to go to pin 7. So let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goes right below the black. See, you guys can do this stuff too. I mean, like I said, I'm no wiring expert, but if you just take your time and you look and you read, you can figure it out. So that's going to be coin counter 1. So now we have coin counter 2 right here, and there's a blue wire. And in here, once again, it lines up, and it's a blue number, or blue, it says blue with a black stripe. And that is pin 6. So now we got to go to find pin 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll go right here. And then I'm just going to verify. Let's check here. Make sure I'm not doing this upside down, which I might be. And I screwed up. I was wrong. So now I got to pull some pins out. Wow, I really screwed up. I got them all backwards. Awesome. Okay, so we need to pull. This white goes on this side. I was looking at it backwards. So that's gonna be fun. I screwed up putting that white one back in, and it threw me off for all of it. This white one goes on this side. This is pin 1. So 1, 2, 3. So this whole next row is wrong. All of them are wrong, except for the green at the bottom. So now we got to pop these out. Okay. Start over. 1, 2, 3. So pin 4 needs to be black. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Pin 5 is white. If I can get it back in there. Okay. Pin 6 is blue. Pin 7 is purple. Okay. Get this purple to grab. Okay. Now let's plug it back in again. Make sure we're right. Our whites are lined up. Our blacks are purple, orange, blue. Okay, and our green. Okay, so far we're doing good. Okay, so now let's see what pin 8 is. Orange and white. Let's see where orange and white goes. Orange and white comes up, goes over this way, and down to the coin door. Orange and white. What would that be doing? Orange and white. Orange and white comes over to here. That's voltages. What would we need voltages for? For the coin counters. Okay. Yep. See the orange and white stripe. Okay. So the coin counters are getting voltages, and they're getting, looks like 6 volts, 1.6. I don't know. There's a cross mark on it. I don't know what that means. But anyway, so we got to get the pin 8, orange and white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next to the purple. Let's verify it on here. Yes, that is orange and white. So these colors are actually lining up from game to game. So this will give us our power to our coin counters. Okay, that is done. That's pin 8. Let's see what pin 9 does. Pin 9 is brown, and it goes to coin auxiliary. So that would be a button that you push like this right here for coin credit, I'm guessing. There is a brown wire here, but I'm not seeing where it's going. They have it, oh, it's loose. Okay, it's just loose. So we'll put it on, and it's cut over there because somebody had cut it off. And that's gonna be pin 9. Let's see what pin 3 does. Pin 3. Pin 3 says brown. It's going this way up over to here. Brown, brown. It's coming this way. It's going up over brown. It's going to the speaker. Now that has me a little confused. Could that be on this one, the orange wire? That's going to the volume pot. I'm sorry, the yellow wire. That I'm confused on. So we're going to skip 3 for a minute. Pin 10 and 11 are not being used. So basically pin 3 is what I need to know. Pin 10 and 11 is not being used. Okay, pin 10 and 11 in here is empty. So we have a couple extra wires here. This is the red wire. This white and red stripe wire are both going to this pot here. And then there's a gray wire, which is just sitting here unplugged from anything. So we're not gonna worry about those three. The yellow wire is the only wire I'm curious about, is it's going to this volume pot. And could that be the brown wire on this one? Because there's a brown wire up down here and there's a brown wire up here. I just hate to plug that in and it be wrong. But I'm just not seeing in the schematic here, it's not showing the volume pot. So this is the speaker wires coming off the audio board. They're coming down. One of them's going into here, this white one, and it's going up over to the speaker. And the orange one's coming down, coming over, going down into this plug to pin 2. So I wonder if I can trace. Hopefully I didn't screw up here, move you out of camera here. So hopefully I can trace here, this top one here, which I have in question. Okay, that's attached to the speaker wire. So I'm gonna have to say that goes to this volume pot, because white's on this side and yellow's on this side. So I'm gonna assume that this yellow is the brown, and we are going to plug it in and we will see what happens. Pray that nothing fries. So other than that, we should be connected. I'll have to see if I have another coin counter, which I might. So let's plug this in and let's see what happens. Let's see if we get any sort of volume or anything. I'm going to lay this out here on the wood so it's not touching against anything. And I have to turn the switch on at the wall. Ow. And we are going to see if we get some sound out of this thing or not. We have sound. And the volume pot's working. Awesome. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna go see if I have another coin counter. We'll get that plugged in if I do. Okay, I did find one, but I don't know if it's the correct one or not. We're gonna go ahead and just put them in here just to see if it does anything. And I'll hit the coin button and we'll see if it does anything or not. This is ending in 11,000. This is ending in 90. So if it's going to work, it should go to 91. If not, no big deal. I didn't really look much. I don't know if that's working or not. I think I knocked the wire loose. It should be making a noise, I think, when I credit it up. There it is. Okay. Let me plug this back in. And we'll see if this goes to 91 or not. Nope. Let's try switching the two wires. It's probably not the correct one, but no big deal. Nope, didn't work. Not worried about it. All right. So basically, we can mount that to the coin door, or the coin box. So this gets mounted up here. I gotta find some screws. And then I wonder if the test switch works. I don't know if you have to turn it off to go into test mode or not on this. Let me turn the game off and back on. Let's see if it goes into test or not. By flipping that switch, I'm not sure. Oh wait, the switch isn't hooked up. Duh. That was pointless. Turn it back on. I never hooked up the wires to it because there's 6 terminals on here and I wasn't sure which one it goes to. But I know it's these 2 wires here. But I just have no clue which of the 6 terminals does this go in the middle. I don't know. Something telling me that let me turn it off and on real quick just to make sure. I'm not sure what terminal I would use on that. I'll worry about that after as well. I want to get it mounted into there and then I can screw with those. Let me go grab some screws and see if we can't find the right ones. Okay, I did find the correct machine screws. That will go into here. Probably do it from the front side. Maybe. I got one started. These couple wires, I'm just going to leave them loose for now. They're not being used. They're not hurting anything sitting there because there's no power or anything going to them. Maybe one day I'll find the right one of these and I'll take this one out and I'll swap it for the correct one. That one don't want to go in. Just the 2 outer ones went in. Did it only have 2 in there? Possibly. But, alright. I think next, let's get the high score saver. We'll get that installed. The cabinet is turned off. I turned it off because I didn't want to hit any wires onto the metal when I was screwing that in. Where is that kit? I'm hoping to just do it with the board in the game. I'm gonna have to look up on highscoresaves.com and see which one of these Z80 chips come out. If I were to guess, I'm gonna say it's probably this middle one, but I'm not gonna guess. I'm gonna look it up. See? I guessed wrong. It's the bottom one. They make 3 different versions of digdug boards. Now, they want me to put it on this one. Now, there's these other 2. And I think I remember a long time ago watching a video and somebody talking about those possibly not being used. That they were extra. First thing I need to do, let me go grab a couple screws. I want to screw these wiring harnesses to the front wall. those other two are loose still, because I never did it when I put the control panel on. So I'm gonna go grab a couple of those screws real quick. Okay, I moved the light into there too so that we can see what's going on. And of course I forgot my bit, but I think this might hold it enough to get it to work. Let me see if I can just use the edge of this drill. I'm going to try to take up some of the slack in the wire so it's not dangling in my way. Okay. All right, so now we are powered down. I need to pop that chip out. And I forgot my little screwdriver. So let me go grab that. Okay, I'm gonna look in here, and my notch is pointing up towards the top of the cabinet, and all three of them are going the same direction. So we just have to make sure we put it back in the correct way. Now I'm just carefully taking a flathead screwdriver between the plastic on the board and the chip and just lightly spinning it and lifting it up a little bit. I'm gonna go on the bottom side and do the same thing. I don't want to dig into the bottom of the board or anything, so I got to be careful. Just gonna ease it out. I wonder if this board would work with those other two Z80 chips out or not. Okay, we are out. All the pins look good. Now we are going to get our high score saver kit. Right here, and then we're going to look for pin 1. Pin 1 is going to be where the chip goes. It's listed right here. It says pin 1. So that means, oh, and there's a little notch in the plastic right there. So we line that up with this one, and we got to carefully put this in place. Make sure we get all our pins in and they don't bend. The last one I put on, I actually bent one of the pins, but it was okay. I was able to pop the chip off and fix it. Look down on the inside, make sure they're not folded in. Now let's carefully press this in place, rock it back and forth a couple times. Double check it, look down it. We look good. Now this is pointing upwards, so this board gets installed this way. And there is a test pin down here on the board. A little spade pin. I'm going to have to bend that down towards the bottom of the board so that it does not make contact with this board. So I'm just bending it out of the way a little bit. Then I need to line this up. Carefully. You really should do this out of the cabinet. Boy, they don't give you a lot of room on that. Boy, is that close. All right. Let's spin the cabinet around. And let's see if it turns on. Because then we got to get into the menu, I believe, and put it on free play. It might already be on free play, I'm not sure. Okay, so let me flip the switch on. Red light's on the PCB. So now we need to look and see if it comes up that I have to hit a button. I might have to turn it off and back on again. Okay, here we go. Press start to enter. Okay, cabinet type upright. Attract sound off. I don't want the attract sound on. Allow to continue on. We'll leave that on for now. Usually in an arcade, if you're charging quarters, you want to turn that off. Free play and no continues. Yes, okay, we'll leave that. Bonus life, so we're just going to leave all that alone. I don't think we need to switch anything. I'm not seeing anything that would need to be changed. Track sounds are turned off. It's already on free play. Okay, so let's just go down to save. Probably should have just went up, it would have been quicker. We'll hit save. I think you just hit the pump button. Okay, dip switch saved. Press start button. Okay, so now when the game normally boots up, just let that flash and it should go away. Okay, so now let's do 2-player, make sure it's not in cocktail, because I did see when that first started it went upside down, but it says free play right here. I'll have to turn that volume down a little bit. I'm going to kill myself to see if, make sure player 2, make sure it doesn't rotate screen like it's in cocktail mode. Okay, so we need to turn it back off. We need to turn it back off and then back on and get back into the menu. It's not even letting me use the controller because it thinks it's in a cocktail table. That's funny because I could have sworn it said upright, but maybe I didn't look at something correctly. So we're going to hit the start button. Okay, cabinet type cocktail. I must have hit something. So how do we switch? To make your changes here. Nope. Pump button, upright. Okay, we'll go up one. Now we'll hit save. I must have somehow hit it. It definitely said upright. Unless I'm seeing things. Oh, press start button. Now we're just going to let it start up on its own again. This is what happens every time the game first turns on, but usually with these games, after they've been off for a while, the CRT monitors usually take a couple seconds to start. See how that's still flipped upside down? That makes me think it's still in cocktail. Let's hit 2-player again. Why would it do that? Let's double check it. I don't have volume. I turned it down too far. Or that. Okay, player 2 is good. We're good now. It must just do that naturally. I'm gonna drop her. I don't know if that'll go down all the way. Let me kill myself and we'll go back to player 1. Beautiful. Okay, this is going to end part 11. The only other thing I need to do is button up a few things inside. I want to just make a quick video of the artwork when it's installed, the screen bezel and the marquee. But other than that, that's going to end the Kangaroo to digdug conversion. And hope you guys liked what you saw. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them. Please like and subscribe if you like them. And other than that, I will see you guys later.